Hey everybody, welcome back to week 4 of the PEEKSKILLMUGS podcast. It's great to be back, guys, because last week you guys had a live show from the Beaverdale up in East Branch, New York campsite, and I was just like a floating head on like a laptop.
We really missed you, Craig.
Yeah, right?
Oh, it was
Absolutely.
I mean,
no, like, it looked great. I was looking at a fire pit. I saw our friends were there. Ed Goldberg, who's here again today, #1 fan, I think.
Yeah.
But again, let's get it. We were Jack, Phil, Brian, Craig, of course, TW, and Mark behind the scenes.
Yeah.
A lot happened this week. I mean, when it comes to the NFL, like, geez,
COVID all over the
COVID's taking over again. We got Le'Veon Bell. Get to him in a second. We got Dak Prescott.
If you saw my Instagram post, I'm sorry. I was very, very distraught that night. I do not like seeing broken bones, and I don't like when they come through the skin. So that's all I'll say about that.
And Dak's a good guy, so I hate to see that. He's like one of my favorite players.
But the Cowboys are a bunch of bums.
That's right.
They are, but he's a good guy.
But I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I like him.
I like Dak. I'm not going to lie.
He's a solid guy.
But Ezekiel Elliott will carry that team for the rest of the season.
Hey,
I'm really not that concerned about that.
Andy Dalton's a pretty legit backup.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, I have the Cowboys over the Cards as one of my locks of the week.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of a stretch, but let's see how it goes.
I mean, Andy Dalton, though, yeah. They beat the Giants, and the Giants are
great. The Giants are the best.
The Jets and the Giants are combined.
And their cheerleaders aren't bad either.
They have them.
They are classic.
They are.
0-10 between the Jets and the Giants this year. And me as the Jets fan, I'm just like, I'm salty. As the shirt says, I am salty. This whole Le'Veon Bell thing basically talked his way out of town, kind of like Jamal Adams. But apparently Adam Gase has a problem with his players, and star players in particular, just getting on their bad side and getting rid of them. And they all end up flourishing.
Well, he had 17 games he played.
Yeah,
and he had 264 rushes, none longer than 19 yards.
The guy has no burst. For someone who's a patient runner, I know the Jets line didn't open many holes, but if you're that runner who's like hesitates, you need to have that Barry Sanders, boom, and he doesn't have it. And
0 100-yard rushing games. Like, if you're supposed to be #1 back in this league, you'd think you'd get at least one in that number
even
of
behind
games.
that line. And, all during training camp, I wouldn't call it preseason because there were no preseason games, but Jets beat reporters and observers are like, this guy's the third best running back on this team. And it's like not even close. 37-year-old Frank Gore, 37, 87, whatever he is, I don't know.
He's ageless.
He's ageless.
He is.
He's like, that guy and the rookie P. Ryan, Michael P. Ryan from Florida, they got to play him. The Jets aren't going anywhere. Why not play your rookies? Simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about last week's picks and who dominated and who didn't?
Well, I certainly did not dominate.
I did not. I went 1 out of 3.
I had the Jets over Cardinals. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
I did win the Cowboys over the Giants in a last-second field goal.
Yeah, right.
And I actually looking at that game, I don't like either team, but I really just don't like the Cowboys. So I was kind of actually hoping for the Giants, and I think that's a yuppie team I don't have any time for.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, I actually took the Giants.
I think
to win outright.
You did.
I did that for Chris Lynch.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why.
For Chris Lynch,
Got that one out of the way quick.
I think if Dak had played that whole game, it wouldn't have come down to a field goal anyway. But it did,
right.
and
Andy Dalton's a little rusty.
Yeah.
But
he certainly wasn't ready to be pressed into service like that.
All I know is that he threw. I got Michael Gallup on my fantasy team, the one that lost to him by about 600 points this past week. But Dalton threw that guy like he
135 to 80. 135 to 80. I crushed you, but not that much.
No.
Slight crushing? That's not
right.
I crushed him 2 weeks. 2 weeks prior.
Crushed. I was crushed.
Like a diet crush.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even have a tight end, and I did, but it's the Jets' Chris Herndon, so they didn't zero.
So that's 0. I actually took over first place in ours with Stacy Court.
That's right.
Yep.
Jack is in first place, killing people.
Just like the Bills.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
4-1. Same record.
Now 4-1 now.
Yeah.
Them.
Same record.
Same record.
You're running 3-2 in our league, and I think you play Peekskill Brewery's cook, Mike Carosa.
Yeah, Mikey's in there. Mike is getting ready. He's in for a big surprise.
Well, he's 1-4, but he's such a homer. He probably is going to start like every Browns player.
He handled me last year constantly. Regardless of what place Mike is always in, he always beats me.
All right. Well,
that ends this week, though.
Do you guys know what NFL record was broken last week by a defense?
Can't say I do.
No.
The Ravens.
Go
What
on.
they do.
And what was
They
it?
actually
You
had.
only got 40 minutes.
Yeah, right. No, actually, they had 5 sacks by 5 different defensive players.
Oh, wow.
First time ever in the NFL.
Did not know that.
Wow, that's good.
Here's
Yeah.
another.
So the Lions didn't have any record like that, right?
No.
Oh,
Have
here's
they
one-
even had a sack
I
this
don't know
year?
if it's a record.
Hell, let me think about that.
But the Jets have lost every game by 9 points or more, 2 scores. They've given up at least 27 points, and that's got to be a record. And if they lose tomorrow, when they lose tomorrow to the Dolphins,
That means
they're
they
gonna
break
be
their own record.
0-6 for the first and only time since 1996 when they went 1-15.
Oh.
Trevor Lawrence, stay in school.
No, so you had a pretty good week, though. I think you made a call that was a little outside
Yeah.
of our regular picks and locks.
Hey,
Yeah.
the Falcons. Panthers are playing. Panthers going into Atlanta. I said Panthers are going to win straight up, and Falcons coach Dan Quinn's getting fired.
Boom.
Bam.
Which warrants you the Clever Plum Award
Oh.
for the week.
Absolutely.
Great job,
There you
dude.
go.
Just
Great
on that
job.
pick alone, that should get you
Yes.
Because the
a
rest
firing of
mine-
a coach
the rest
and a
of mine are
loss. I
shit,
mean, it's
so,
amazing.
Yeah, that's basically 2 picks in one because I don't even
It
know
is.
who I picked at the other one.
That's right.
All right.
But-
well,
but
anyways,
this
you get
week,
it this week.
Why don't you open up yours for this week?
so-
Stop living in the past.
Yeah,
That's right.
Let's stop living in the past. I'll go quick. I have Washington over the Giants. So you have 1-4 Washington, 0-5 Giants. Washington is given 3. So let's see how that turns out. I think it's a pretty fair and easy pick.
Right.
Then I have the 2-3 Cowboys over the 3-2 Cards. As I mentioned earlier, I think Andy Dalton and Ezekiel Elliott will take care of business. And my stretch of the week, and again, I keep plugging the Vikings, but it's because I married a woman from Minnesota. But I have the Falcons losing to the Vikings. Julio Jones is active, though, and as he mentioned, Dan Quinn got fired. Raheem Morris takes over head coaching
Yeah.
duty. I still think it's Vikings game, even if Dalvin Cook is out. Thielen looked good last week. I just think it's
That
possible.
rookie,
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. I actually saw that
He's
there were
legit.
some pickup moves in a few of the leagues.
Whoa.
There's a weird thing though with that. When a coach gets fired, the team seems to like pick up, and all of a sudden they come out of nowhere
Well,
and
and-
win. It's going to be interesting that game.
Well, Greg
that might be the
Williams-
game of the week to see.
Greg Williams went 5-3 down the stretch with the Browns that year. But
Right.
I'm sure if Adam Gates gets fired during the year, Greg Williams will go 0-8.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the type of team we are.
So, yeah, the Jets, it doesn't matter who's coaching them.
Doesn't.
No.
Craig, sounds like there's an opening for you, man.
I want to show up at Florham Park, in Jersey, for a tryout.
That's what I mean.
I'm gonna be
Nice.
like
You might make it.
Marky Mark from that Philadelphia Eagles movie.
Yeah,
What was
right.
it?
You
Try out when you're old.
You can
Except
take.
I'm not 30, but
You can take the train there.
with my,
As a matter of
with
fact,
that-
there's one
with my
going there
shoulder
right
pads.
now.
I moved my shoulder pads back, Phil.
Yeah,
They're in
right.
my back seat, and there's a train right outside. we got your back.
More about those shoulder pads in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, there's a
We
story
will.
with the shoulder pads.
Oh man.
What do you got for us, Phil?
So I have the Panthers this week over the Bears. It's a 2.5 point spread, and I think the over/under on that one is 44.5. But I'm still going to think it's going to be under because the Bears aren't big scoring teams like that. But I just like the way Carolina's playing, even though they have all these injuries. And my dear Christian McCaffrey, my keeper of the year, always is, as we all know, still sidelined. But I still like the Panthers in that game, so I'm going Panthers with the 2.5.
I think it makes sense.
I'm going to also take Detroit because I have a very soft spot in my heart, as we all know.
You're a Detroit fan, aren't you?
Slightly,
Yeah.
just
Weird.
a little bit.
I didn't notice.
It is a weird thing. It is a weird thing. So you guys have to check out episode 3 to really understand why. But I have to go with them as well. This is another spread. It's like, I think, 3.5 points. I'm sure it is. And they're playing in Jacksonville. Although the last 3 games that the Jacksonville's played, they have thrown over 300 yards for the last 3 out of 4 games. So
Wow.
it's not going to be an easy game, not a gimme at all. But the fact that we're coming out of a bye week, I feel pretty strong. Plus, they better do something, or I think also the next coach to be whacked is going to be Matt Patricia. He's got to be close to the bubble on getting the heck out of Detroit.
Yeah, they're a
And
little
he
bit
could go
more
to work for
loyal.
NASA.
Yeah.
He's like a rocket scientist, literally.
Yeah, so you were telling he's
He
a
is,
super
right?
smart
Yeah.
guy. So maybe you picked the wrong
Coached at my
career.
college, yeah.
And he was also, like the Patriots defensive coach at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, how much coaching do you really have to do? when you have Brady and that super high-powered offense. I mean,
Well, we got a little bit the
Yeah.
Brady
Oh, yeah.
Rodgers
it could be
talk here coming
50.
up soon.
The score could
yeah.
be 50 to 49, and all of a sudden he's a defensive genius. No, not really at all. So I'm going Detroit in that game. And in this one, Jack is probably not going to talk to me for the rest of the year, and certainly
Go
not
ahead.
the rest of
Come on
the
now,
cast.
man.
But I gotta go with KC over the Bills on this one. This is a 3-point.
Even without Le'Veon Bell?
Even without
Oh,
the
Yeah,
my
right?
goodness.
incredible.
I don't know. They're
I got to go for it because I figure they're both coming off terrible losses. I just think that the run game was definitely exposed, in that game. Why the Bills weren't running more is kind of interesting, but they were running from behind. They were trying to catch up from behind, so it just wasn't going to work out. So, but I have, even in Buffalo, I have to go with the Chiefs. There's no way the Chiefs are going to lose 2 in a row. I meant to check, actually, to see when the last time the Chiefs lost 2 games in a row. I'm going to check it out because I need to know myself.
Get your
It's
stats
probably
together,
been a
brother.
minute.
We film.
It's probably been a minute. It's probably been a
Better to
minute.
win.
Yeah.
Make it up.
So that's my stretch pick right there.
All right. Very
And Jack
good.
has been great being your friends.
Awesome, dude.
Has it? Has it?
Good knowing you.
Well, that's what I'm
been
going
acceptable.
against his team, so I know he's
Yeah.
deep down,
Yeah.
so.
Well, with what happened with the Ravens last week, having those 5 sacks, they definitely have a great defense.
No doubt.
I am definitely taking them over the Eagles. And I think the spread is by 8. They're
7.5, 8.
7.5, 8.
You're supposed to pick some be lower than 5.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
they're
You're gonna
gonna,
cover.
they're actually going to win by, I'm going to say 2 touchdowns.
See,
So.
that's why I'm on that pick with you too. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, I'm going to take the Colts over the Bengals. Sorry, Ed.
Super fan.
Well, we just lost a fan. We just lost
Our
a
number
fan.
1 fan just walked out.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I like the Colts
I don't
over
like them
the
anyways.
Bengals. Just because.
Yep.
And then, against you, I'm going back the other way and taking the Bills to win outright at home.
Yes. So we'll have a beer bet on that.
Yeah,
one.
and KC will lose their 2nd game in a row.
Yeah.
Wow, this is going to be good.
Yeah, it is.
I like that kind of
Weather's
stuff.
going to be nice up there.
Oh,
You
man,
know,
O'Neill's.
no factor. It's all
O'Neill's.
good.
That would be a great O'Neill's
Oh,
experience.
absolutely.
That's what I'm
O'Neill's
doing.
parking lot.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm doing that Ravens Eagles too. I know the Eagles looked pretty good against the Steelers last week, but Lamar Jackson factor, especially when he's a favorite on the road at 8 games, he's 6-0-2 with the spread. He's won all 8 when he's a favorite on the road. Won all 8, 6-0-2. 7.5, 8 is a big number, but like I said, I think the Eagles had their moment and they just they're not gonna recapture what they had against the
Listen, the Steelers were just nervous knowing that they were going to play the Browns this week.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I would be thinking 2 weeks ahead if I were the Steelers and I saw the Browns on my calendar.
Yeah, no, Cleveland's playing great.
I think that the Vikings are in a cover. They're giving 4 to the Falcons. Falcons, yeah, they're getting a new coach. They might be rah, but I mean,
Yeah, Dan,
The Vikings
Quinn,
look-
Dan Quinn's going to sit up in like a
Oh,
thing
yeah.
and shoot the
he's going to wear
players.
one of those fake mustaches and nose and glasses. thing
Yeah,
and
right.
Show up at the
Oh,
game.
so is it
Bobby
Nick
Valentine.
Saban going to be doing the same
Yeah.
thing this
Oh, no,
week?
he's going to be dressed as Big Al.
We'll get to college football here in a couple minutes.
their mascot calling plays. Who's in there's that mask? But yeah, the Vikings looked like they started putting it together last week against Seattle.
But did Dalvin Cook play a full game last week, or was he out? I forget.
But Madison, that guy Madison.
Yeah.
He was the backup that came in.
He looks great. He looks great. And then I'm going to go after this Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers matchup. Green Bay
Ooh, that's
giving a
gonna be
point
good.
and a half at Tampa.
Oh yeah, 1.5. I was like,
Yeah.
that seems weird. And then
This is my so as much as I don't want to say it, and as dominant as Green Bay looked, the refs are going to find a way to let Tom Brady win because you know what?
Well-
they can't be 3-3 and on the verge of not making
That's
the
true.
playoffs.
Yeah.
the Packers gave up so many rushing yards last week to the Saints. I mean, the Saints have a good running game, but listen, if the Bucs are able to figure out a good way to just keep people moving, the Packers defense is gonna struggle
Right.
a little bit. I just think.
And
that's
actually, the Bucks got their running back.
yeah,
Right.
they
For now.
sure did.
Fournette's back.
Yeah,
Ronald
he is.
Jones has looked all right, I think. Maybe
Yep.
I'm thinking of the other guy.
This may be a preview for the NFC, conference
It could be.
finals, definitely.
I know the Packers
I mean-
are legit.
No, the Giants will get back.
The
in.
Packers are.
Yeah, right.
I know people
Packers-
think Seattle has a big part in that
What was the
puzzle
crazy
also,
stat?
which they do,
What's
They
that correct?
do.
you know.
No, the Packers are like the only team in NFL history right now I don't know what the crazy stat was. I guess I should have wrote it
come
down.
on.
But
That's
I
all
forgot
right.
my notes
So that's
again.
two of us. You and I. Don't worry.
And a
You and
pen.
I.
4 weeks in a row, I forgot my notes and a pen. I looked at my notes. There's 2 things written down.
So I
And
write
that was
down a
from,
bunch
like,
of
A week
stats.
before the
Yeah, right?
Well,
He
you
writes
saw
down
our
his
planning
script.
meeting, right? You saw how the notes were for that, right?
Hello,
It was
I am
X's and O's in a box.
You drew a table.
With a
and
table
where
and
people are
boxes.
sitting. But here, okay. How about this Monday night game? You guys put the bill. I don't know. The
Yeah,
winner
that's-
of that one might actually end up.
That's
with this
right.
next
And it's
week.
not even a Monday night game. It's a Monday afternoon
Monday
game.
matinee.
5 o'clock.
Where are
Right?
we
It's
gonna watch
5
it?
o'clock.
5 o'clocker?
Here.
We can watch it here.
We got our own TV.
Sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. Whatever you guys want to do. I don't care.
Yeah.
We'll
Either
we'll
way.
figure that out.
So, their 2018 MVP was Patrick Mahomes. If you look at Pat Mahomes' numbers through the first 5 games that season with Josh Allen's this season, we're talking pretty much identical.
Identical.
Really?
They're
Pretty much.
Identical. I think actually Allen
it's like
has one.
1,500 pass yards, 14 TDs. Allen has a few more on the ground.
Right.
And I think he's leads by 1 with TDs.
Yeah, it's
And INT's about the same? 'Cause
Yes.
Allen has
both
what?
at three, both
Yeah.
at 3 or something like that. Yeah,
Right.
I don't even know if it was that. But I mean, hey, they're the Bills, so they're going to find a way to lose it.
You just lost 2 friends in one show. Wow.
Yeah. No, you know what?
And him.
Josh Allen will do something ridiculous. You know, he's a go-getter. He runs
fumbles a
and,
lot, which is
you know,
weird.
he'll go down the sideline and toss it to
But
another
the
player.
problem with Josh Allen is he's going to get his ass hurt if he keeps playing the way.
Oh,
he
I know
does.
he is.
Listen, he's a physical guy. He was always physical in college, but
Yeah.
I just don't see. I mean, sorry, the Dak Prescott thing's got my brain scrambled. So I just don't want to see another guy like that.
Yeah,
and
no,
a guy
me
that I
either.
like, and I do
Yeah.
like Josh Allen. In fact, when the Browns were drafting, I was like, I like this move, but you
Yeah.
know, they ended up with
No, Josh
Baker
Allen.
Mayfield.
He's a good game manager.
You know what? He fits right in with Buffalo.
Yeah.
You know, Buffalo Mafia, Josh Allen, a little crazy. Yeah. He's right there.
He's got the arm to throw in that.
He does
Yeah.
without
That
effort.
weather.
Yes.
Couldn't
And
believe some
they're
of those
going to
throws
tear
he
up
was
the
making.
Kansas City defense.
All right.
All right.
All right, well, there's beers on this, so it's serious.
Can I borrow 20 to bet him?
So, real quick about the Browns, I just got official word that Odell Beckham has passed his final COVID test, so he will be active
Oh,
this week. So that's
nice.
a good.
That's
And
That's
the
a big positive.
Mayfield was out of practice until Friday. He was a full participant on Friday. So that's going to be an interesting game against these Steelers. And it's nice because, honestly, I don't think the Browns get a whole hell of a lot of good national coverage, and I'm totally bummed the New York market's not going to play it. But it's nice to hear the NFL Network, ESPN, all of our sister affiliates talking about the Browns and Steelers as a top-level game. It should be a lot of
Absolutely.
fun. And it's going to start setting up the AFC North because now it's going to be 3 teams, and then you have this little piece of trash down in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, of course,
Kentucky.
right where they
The
belong.
Kentucky Bengals.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Ed.
Sorry, Ed.
Sorry, Ed.
Everybody's each other's cousin.
It's getting bad.
Last time the Browns were 4-1,
94.
head coach, Mr.
Bill
Be-
Belichick.
defensive coordinator, Nick Saban.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know, we could move right into college, I think, at this point. I mean,
With Nick Saban?
but before we do that, I heard you guys had a little bit of fun this week, putting together a little Mean Joe Green throwback.
We sure did.
Yeah, it was. That was so much fun.
Why don't we
Oh
take
my
a look
God.
at that?
Yeah. Good idea. Hey, Mr. Phil. Mr. Phil.
Yeah, Jack?
Do you need any help, Mr. Phil?
Nah, I'm good.
Like my beer? Really, you can have it. Really, you can. You can have it.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks, Jack. Woo! Here, kid, catch.
Wow, Mr. Phil, thank you. A Lions jersey.
Nigga niggas chatting, I'm the topic. I'm addicted to hustling, never stopping. Stalkers on media, they pocket watching, cause they wanna see me losing, never popping. Queens loving niggas that treat them like objects.
Nice job. Are you kidding me? That was so much fun to make.
Hello.
That was classic.
So, we have our first guest here on the Peekskill Mugs. This is fantastic. This is Chelsea Nauratan-Burgos that's here to explain and talk to us about a business that she started. So I don't want to say too much about what's going on. I want you to explain to us everything. So I'll start with the first question, Chelsea.
Okay, sounds
Tell
good.
us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a local Peekskill gal. I'm a personal trainer by day, and I also have like several businesses, but today we're going to focus on one in particular, which is my Autumn Moon Apparel LLC, and I make different types of things with that. We'll get more into it with Phil's questions, but
Sure.
you know, I'm a local girl, 25, living life.
Loving Peekskill.
Excited to be here, loving Peekskill.
It's such a friendly town.
So, yeah, it's such a friendly town.
It is great. So, but before you even go further, I see you drinking like a PB beer. PB has awesome beers here. And which one is this? One is the Argyle,
This
I think,
is
right?
the Argyle. The
Very
good,
nice.
the bad, the Argyle.
And the Argyle.
Yes.
Gotta love the slogan.
I do. It's awesome.
So this is about you, really, and not about that too much. But so Chelsea, tell us like how this all gets started. Like how the idea come to you to start, talking about your apparel, and we'll get into your apparel later. But
Yeah.
how this all get started?
So I love embroidery. I didn't particularly do it, even though like I'm a crafter, but I just love it, the feel of it, the look of it, wearing it. So I just decided one day I wanted to do it,
Right.
So my sister actually had a kit that she wasn't using, so she gave it to me. And I go through different phases of art where like I'm obsessed with boobs.
Right.
Because who doesn't love boobs? I
Who doesn't
mean,
love-
like, come on. Like, who doesn't freaking love boobs?
Yeah.
So,
Got a great set himself.
And you see
Thank you.
the Peekskill mugs,
the
they
pizza
all
mugs,
certainly
love
are,
it. Blue,
chuckling behind me.
Boobs. But because of that, like, it's a simple enough design to start off with. That's what I did. And
Right.
then now I'm 13 designs in, and everyone loves them. I love them.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I mean, boobs are to be respected. I mean,
Exactly.
like you
They're-
said, who doesn't like a nice
Yeah.
pair of boobs? Honestly.
yeah, they're such a form of art. Like, a unique, beautiful. The female form is art. That's why I love to.
I'm a fan. Yes, I
Work with it.
totally agree with that 100%. So with all this being said, like, is there a name? I mean, do you have like a clothing line? Is there a
Yes.
What is it called?
Through my Autumn Moon Apparel LLC, I have a clothing line called Tit-tees Empowerwear. So titties, TIT-TEES.
Right.
Because titties, as you can see, I'm wearing one right now.
Oh, nice.
One of my designs. You can't
Oh,
see
you
because
are,
I have
yeah.
here, but yeah. So this is Arachne. It's my Halloween one. But it's called Tit-tees Empowerwear.
Right.
Trademark pending.
Oh, trademark is
Trademark
pending.
pending. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone out there, don't get any ideas
Don't
to take
get
that name of Tit-tees, like T-E-E.
Yeah.
So that's actually very, very cool.
Thank you.
So with that said, is there like a message that you're trying to convey to people, or like what got you involved, like you said, to really accentuate the female form, as we'll say?
Okay, yes. Like as an artist, I just love the female form as it is, but
Right.
also it's a way to empower everyone who identifies as a woman and supporters of women.
Right.
For example, like we see in social media a lot people, highly editing their photos into like unrealistic body images, and then we look at our natural bodies and compare it to that, and
Right.
it's not realistic, and then it takes negative toll on our self-image,
Right.
which is, that's terrible. That's not cool.
Sure, body,
It leads to a lot of
self-shaming. Yeah,
exactly.
there's a lot of that. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly, and that's something that we don't need in this world. So it's a way to empower women, as the name suggests.
Right.
We're all different. We're all beautiful in our own way. So that's why I've made these shirts, because they come in different designs, different
Right.
shapes, sizes. Because we're all beautiful, like I said. It's time to
Indeed.
celebrate that. It's
Yeah,
always
celebrate
time to
the uniqueness of everybody's
exactly
form, whatever
exactly.
it is.
We need to celebrate our uniqueness and individuality.
Absolutely, that's 100%. I totally agree and love that idea.
Thank you.
So how many different designs do you have now? So you probably have some that you have, and you
Yes.
probably have more that you're probably been working on, right? Because there's always a way to expand on what you've already explained.
Exactly,
So,
exactly. So I have 13 designs right now. Arachne is the one I'm wearing today. It's the Halloween one that I'm wearing today because Halloween's coming up.
Right.
But I also do a lot of different ones. I have one with flames called Oya from from a Yoruban goddess who, is a goddess. One of her like attributes is fire.
Right.
I have tassels because those are just fun. Like everybody loves
Well,
tassels.
tassels are fun. I've seen tassels before, actually.
Yeah, I
think
actually
even
have.
the mugs have seen tassels
Well,
before.
Craig wears tassels all the time.
Yeah,
Kind of on right now. I use it.
yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Craig's medium shirts show the tassels that he wears often.
Oh, Craig.
Sometimes
Wow.
rings, sometimes tassels. You know.
I actually have one with rings.
See, there you go. Craig, you're not alone.
See, we're all inclusive here, right? And I have one with a lot of different designs. Like I said, flames, the metal rings, tassels. I have a
Right.
simple one with just a French knot.
Right.
Stars, hearts. I have a mastectomy one as well because, a lot of breast cancer survivors are really uncomfortable about their bodies, like that
Right.
I've heard of and that I've known.
Right, and you guys should always be comfortable with your body.
Always be comfortable with your body because you're still beautiful, you
Absolutely.
know? You're still a woman, you're still...
That won't change a thing.
Exactly. So,
Right.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month is October, so I have the mastectomy design available, and every one of those designs that I sell, I donate 20% for breast cancer research.
Really?
Yes.
So what? So which organization do you donate to? You think like the American Cancer Society? Is that one of them?
Yeah, that's
That's
the exact one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
We had spoken about that earlier, like at the beginning of Breast Cancer Month, how important it was for people to do their research like that.
Yeah.
And to donate where they can to.
Exactly.
And that's the organization that we chose to highlight. So that's
Yeah.
really great.
That's funny. Yeah.
You know. So what other type of apparel do you have that you're working on with
Okay.
the design that you're currently using?
So my designs, they get put on shirts like the one I'm wearing, just a plain T-shirt, sweaters because that's a real fun idea. Like just like a simple sweater, nice little design.
Which is perfect because it's fall, right? It's
Exactly,
getting colder,
it's getting
and, you know.
colder out.
Yeah.
Face masks because
Cool.
we're in the pandemic, you know.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, because of present times.
Exactly. So you have to adapt a little bit. Hats, just like any clothing
Right.
accessory.
Exactly.
So like hats, shirts, little shorts, pants, socks. I'm gonna get into soon. I'm also a skater, so I have I've been making fanny packs as well,
Right.
and also skate leashes. So you just like hook your roller skate onto it and carry it around.
That's awesome.
It has my design on it too.
Wow. So you just gave me about 10 ideas for like Christmas gifts, birthday presents, a whole presents for Craig because now we know, he's been exposed, so we know what's going on.
New
if-
tassels.
new tassels, rings, Craig's a special guy.
I got you, Craig.
Yeah, right?
So if folks watching, and even if the Peekskill Mugs again, which is a larger crew than just us four, and a TW that we have as a PA and Mark who's directing us, it's a big crew, right? So if we were interested in purchasing any of these items, is there a website that you have up yet or working on one?
Yeah.
Or is there any way to actually do that? Because like I said, I have a Christmas list already. I know what I'm getting Craig. Immediately, I have something in my mind. It's going to happen. So, yes.
Yes.
So I just need to know what that is. And if you have a website or anything like that where we could actually look at items online and maybe purchase.
Okay, so I'm currently working on a website, but right now I'm doing direct sales through Instagram,
Okay.
phone, email. I think you guys have my contact info for that.
Yes. Yeah,
but
we'll
for
certainly
my
put it up.
Okay, awesome. So my Instagram is Autumn Moon Craft Shop, just spelled just like that.
Right.
So you can see the images I have posted in the past.
Right.
But I'm mostly through direct
Direct contact with
Sorry,
you.
yeah, direct contact with me through Instagram, phone, email. I like to work personally with my clients because you guys will pick your shirt, article of clothing, color,
Right.
style, and then whichever design speaks to you the most. Because I have a ton. I also have a
Sure.
Sun and Moon one, which is like my top seller right,
Right.
now.
Right.
So different designs, and then we work together to pick which colors worked best with what you want. And it's just like it's a super personal experience with the client, and it's awesome. It's like I cherish it personally, so I hope my clients do too.
Oh,
It's great.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure they will. And with your personality and all that stuff, it's going to work out fine.
Oh, thank
and
you.
As long as I know we'll do it. It's like we'll put your contact information up there so that those that
Yeah.
see, can contact you directly like that.
Okay.
So
awesome.
one other thing you did touch on is like you also have like a fitness business that you're doing as well.
Yeah,
Can you tell us
I'm a
little bit
personal
about that?
trainer.
You're a busy lady. I'll tell you.
I'm
that
a busy
right now.
ass lady. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you're doing design work. You're doing stuff with the roller skating, like you said, and now you
Yeah.
have like your fitness business. So tell us a little bit about that also.
Okay. I'm a certified fitness trainer. women's fitness specialist, nutrition coach, and balance trainer.
Jeez.
So I'm doing all of that. And I also do roller fitness. So I work out on my skates. And I
Wow.
post those because it's really good for your strengthening your core because you're challenging
your
yourself
balance.
proprioceptively. Exactly. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a trainer. I train from home now because a lot of people don't like to wear masks in the gym. Like, I get it.
Right.
So my basement is fully done for a gym. Like, I have a pull-up bar, equipment, a mat, just everything you would need. I have it down there.
Right.
So
Jack's sweating already. Just thinking.
So yeah, I'm gonna start training from home. So I'll wear a mask. Everything is super clean. You don't have to wear a mask
Right.
because you're gonna, you know, a lot of clients have had breathing problems when they're working out. So
Right.
Just trying to
But I'm sure you do
accommodate.
it in a safe
Absolutely,
way down in
absolutely
the basement.
safe,
Sure, it's
yeah.
open air. It's a walkout basement, so
yeah, it's a walkout.
it's
yeah.
not like an enclosed area. You
No,
know,
no,
so
not at
people
all.
don't think it's like that.
Yeah, that's. a
That's
good
great,
point,
though.
yeah.
You are absolutely busy, and it's amazing. So
Thank you.
I heard that you might have made a few football picks this week, though.
Oh yes, I did make a few
Yeah,
football
if you're gonna be a
picks.
guest, you definitely have to make
Yeah, we
it.
needed to hear some football.
yeah,
I did it,
You
I
have
did
to
it.
give those, Chelsea. That's a
Okay.
Who
mandatory.
knows? You might win.
Yeah, you might
This
be
is
might
right.
win.
Oh, okay,
A
okay.
clever
Let's see
plum
then.
award.
Yep.
That's
okay,
right.
you ready?
Okay.
Okay, the Lions. The Lions.
All right,
Vikings.
excellent.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And the Packers.
Nice.
right.
Those are solid
There you
picks.
go.
Thank you.
Yeah, she
Wow.
actually
Well,
might win this award.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
right.
Those might be better than some of the ones that we actually have.
Yeah, right.
I think so. You know.
No,
Well-
they were good choices.
Thank
They're
you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
You didn't
Yes.
mention you didn't mention the Bills, but that's all right.
No one.
So that's another person that's been cut off.
That's it.
So it's myself and Craig. Now you.
Dan Quinn might be shooting him as well.
Right. So, but thank you, Chelsea, for taking time out to come and talk to us. It's great. Like I said, you're our first guest on here, and you set the
Absolutely.
bar
Thank you guys for
extremely
having
high.
me.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
glad you
Future
got that
guest, so-
Very good.
first guest
Thank
out.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Excellent.
Thanks for being part of Peekskill.
So the next guest, you've been warned. She was a good one. You
That's
better,
right.
you
The
better
bar is
bring
very,
it.
That's
very
right.
high.
You better step up your game.
All right, Phil. Well, that was really fun.
That was a lot of
great.
fun.
All right, so let's
Excellent
talk a little
idea.
bit about college. Everybody knows we film on Saturday, and so by the time this airs, college would have already happened. But we had a pretty big week. First off was just Nick Saban getting COVID. I heard he just passed his second or third COVID test, but they're still not going to let him coach, as I understand, and it's a big game.
Oh, I haven't looked at the latest. I was laser focused on this, so
So is it that he may not actually
So
be
he-
on the field?
See,
or-
there's protocol, and because we do this and we're talking mostly about NFL.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Right.
don't think he's able to coach this week
But
unless
he tested negative.
yeah,
twice in a row.
twice in a row.
Right.
Then he should be on the sidelines.
Well, I think he should be put into a mascot uniform.
Yeah.
What's Alabama's
Big Al,
mascot?
Big Al, the elephant.
Hot dog or something?
Yeah, right.
Big Al, the elephant.
I love hot dogs. Come on, a shrimp dog is the
Shrimp
best.
Shrimp dog.
Come
Shrimp
on.
Dog Spencer over
Are
here.
you kidding me? You put
Well,
a little.
I can't wait that next episode.
Right?
It's going to be all Jack's tailgating food.
Yes.
We should have it laid out right
We
here.
should.
He's going to be like
Yes.
Martha
We should
Stewart.
do
We're gonna
that.
have everything
But
here.
there's nothing
Rachel
better,
Ray over
right?
here.
A
It's a
shrimp
good
dog,
idea.
A shrimp dog. It was
couple
beautiful.
shrimp on the top of a nice frank, some cocktail sauce, no ketchup, no mustard.
Maybe we'll have our
Boom.
next guest actually taste one of those. How do you like this as a shrimp dog? And we'll get a live reaction
like
right
that.
I
there.
hope she's
Yeah.
not vegan.
If there were such things as tailgating
Yeah, we are not vegan.
this year, we would definitely. I like this episode though. This has potential.
Oh, great.
I wanted it to land on your
that a
head,
fly?
Mike Pence style.
Yeah, right.
The
Don't
Mike
you
Pence
start
fly.
no bugs around me. You got all
No,
those
we just had a
kids
bee.
stuff.
We just had a bee infiltrate the set.
That's right.
We have bee security here. We pay
Well,
a lot of
food
money.
services
Well, we
slash
paid
security.
We paid Ed until he was disrespected by Buffalo Jack. So there goes that.
Sorry, Ed.
So,
Sorry, buddy.
yeah, right?
Thanks for the pillow.
Speaking of Nick Saban, and we already talked about the 94 Browns, but we have number 3 Georgia playing number 2 Alabama this afternoon. Georgia's the number 1 defense in the nation. Alabama's the number 1 offense. I think this only happened 5 times where we've had number 1 defense, number 1 offense, but every other time it was national championship game. This is a regular season game.
This is
going to be a
This is going to decide who's
big
in the
game.
playoffs and who's not going to
Yeah,
be in the
there's
playoffs.
no doubt about it.
I know because it's a shortened season. If Alabama or Georgia happens to lose, it's going to take a lot to get back into that top 4.
Yeah.
Well, because Ohio State's somehow still in the top 4, and
I
they
don't-
haven't played a game yet.
They start next week.
Interesting.
So that game is on today then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
well,
nice.
today, as in today's Saturday.
right.
We're gonna iron that
Absolutely.
part out.
We'll
very
figure out
soon.
how to figure this
Yeah.
out.
We'll figure out how to figure it out when we figure it out.
When we
Yeah,
figure
right.
No, that's a
out.
great
We have
game to
what
watch,
what
though.
we
That's,
need
that's
to
some
figure
good
out.
history.
Yeah, right.
I like that.
It's going to be great.
But once
Oh,
again,
yeah.
who's Syracuse Orangemen playing? Come on. My niece Tanya is the biggest Syracuse Orange fan.
I thought Biz
Come on.
was.
Oh, come on.
Well, maybe we should have her dial in next week.
Maybe. Our first call in.
Our first call in.
That's
Two
on,
other,
Tanya, that's on you.
Two other college sports things. Florida LSU was postponed this week due to COVID reasons. And Tennessee was fined $100,000 for their coaches not following protocol.
Oh, that guy was wearing Jeremy Pruitt. He's
Yeah.
wearing it everywhere but his face. It's like he's
Wow.
covering his
Yeah,
eyes.
just
Well,
like
the way he
Cuomo,
calls plays,
right?
I think he is
What's
covering
that?
his eyes.
Just like Andrew Cuomo, right?
Yes.
Chin strap.
Yeah, he doesn't wear it.
But this dude, like Andrew Reid, does just have a face shield, and then you can talk. It's more
Weld,
air.
you can weld.
You
Yeah,
weld,
right.
you can do spot welding. It's multi-purpose.
So, but you see all of these COVID things. They keep lining up. And it's in the NFL as well. So don't get me wrong that I'm just focused on college.
Yeah.
But as Craig mentioned, the Big Ten starts next week as well as the Pac-12. Who cares? Do we see this season ending? I mean, of course, the MAC doesn't start till November, and that's where the real powerhouse
Well,
teams
right,
are.
right.
Kent State, Ball State, two of my former
Ball
schools.
State.
Yeah. So March Madness actually might be football.
Could be.
Mad
Oh,
cow
that'd be
disease.
great. Imagine that a 60-14 tournament. With,
Oh, that
with
would be
just
awesome.
football.
Come on.
Football.
Talking about injuries.
Forget the regular season. Just do a 60-14 tournament. Oh, that'd be great.
It would be.
Every other week you
Change
play.
that whole college playoff system.
So we got a little bit of baseball news because apparently we're in the AL and NL Championship League games. But before we move off of football, last night I'm a graduate of Riverside High School in Paynesville Township, Ohio, and they hosted their first home playoff game in school history, and they won against the Boardman Spartans, 39 to 28.
Congratulations, guys.
Let's go to the video.
Congratulations.
I'm told,
Nice job.
I actually did record this, so maybe I'll put a little package together and we'll throw it out on Instagram.
Sure.
later.
Yeah, nice job.
But our starting quarterback, Don Ludlow, is approaching 1,000 yards on the year, which is pretty good in a high school
You just
situation.
made that kid famous.
I know, I just made that kid famous.
Absolutely.
He's going to get drafted now. Or,
Yeah.
well, not drafted.
Yeah,
he's gonna-
well, by the Jets.
by the
Right now, as
Right
a junior
now.
in high school. You like this kid. Let's get him.
Brady, come on, kid.
But anyways,
got
it was,
great hands.
it was an exciting game. They move on. I think I got to go check the papers because there were some late games. But Riverside moves on. And listen, when I was in school, we made the playoffs once. And it was pretty exciting, but they sure as hell didn't play the playoff game at Riverside. It's been totally renovated since I went there. So hats off to my Riverside Beavers.
Is that like Archie
Perfect.
and Jughead?
Yeah, Archie and Jughead.
Riverside?
They're our
Riverside.
coaches. Don
That was the Archies.
How did you know that? That's amazing.
I know a lot of stupid shit.
And that's one of them.
That is amazing right there.
So, baseball, though. What a series. So, the Astros are down 3-0. They're going now to force a Game 7 tonight, so they've won the last 3. I want these cheating bastards to eat shit, frankly. I can't stand them. I don't want to see them.
No.
It's not like I'm a
Either.
big Rays fan. Like, we're Yankees guys.
That's
but,
right.
Well, Cleveland Baseball Club, for me.
We're just
first off.
anti-Astro.
Anti-Astros.
Astro. I think we all can agree on that.
And
Absolutely.
So, but now we have a Game 7. But, the one good thing that did happen last night was, so the Dodgers were down 3-1 against the Braves. They actually had a really good game last night. So they'll be playing Game 6. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a Dodgers-Rays World Series. Because I don't give two shits about the Braves. I have hated them since, 95?
Yeah.
And fuck the Astros.
Yeah.
Definitely feel that with the
Cheating
Astros.
bastards.
Anything but the Astros.
They are cheating bastards. They really are.
All right, so I guess we're kind of getting close to the end here.
Yeah.
I had a couple just non-sports things I wanted to bring up. Great American Beer Fest. Peekskill Brewery has brought home some of those in the past.
Maze balls, right?
I think you're right. It should be hanging up over there.
Oh, yeah.
So we had some good New York regional winners. But the big winner of the night, the Small Brewery Company of the Year, went to Big Alice out of Long Island City. They also brought home a gold for their wood and fruited beer called, oh my goodness, The Many Lives of Our Lives, And then another New York brewery, my favorite New York brewery, besides Peekskill Brewery, Newburgh Brewery, and the other ones that I'm loyal to, Community Beer Works. They are out of Buffalo.
Lights
They
out,
are
yeah.
Out of Buffalo, baby.
They're one of the best damn breweries.
Buffalo Jack.
Another
called-
reason to like the Bills.
He goes there and orders a Jenny Cream. He's like, can I get one of them Jenny Creams?
Or a Coors Light, please.
Yeah,
So
right.
they took gold for their Imperial Stout, the Snow, which is pretty good award. And then Fest Beer out of Counterweight Brewing for their Dortmunder German-style Oktoberfest.
You
Doesn't matter if you just rolled up.
You got to
guys.
give a shout out to Jeff. Come on.
We're gonna get him as a
Was that
guest
Jeff?
one day.
Yeah,
That was Jeff? That's what.
He has one of the greatest Harleys.
Yeah, Harleys are cool.
Caleb.
Yeah, they are. And Caleb.
And there's
We'll get them talking about bikes one day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
well, Bicycle List.
Yeah.
They're cool.
More Peekskill mugs that we're talking
Yeah,
about here.
bikes and beers. Back to beers.
So I think that basically wraps us up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just excited to be back with you guys instead of being the floating head, like I
Yeah.
said on the.
It's
on the
actually
laptop.
exciting to have you back in person.
It is.
Nice
But
to
you
see
still
know.
smell like campfire, and I don't know how you
Yeah,
manage
right?
that.
And your tassels are showing.
Because I don't do laundry, guys.
But episode 4 from the Peekskill Brewery. What's in your mug when you're here?
Well,
What-
you know,
what do you normally drink?
Well, you know, I like the classics. I'm an Eastern Standard guy. I generally get it, but you know, sometimes as the summer and the winter approaches, I start to think about some darker beers,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm drinking Eastern today.
There
I'm
you
not
go.
gonna lie, but
There you
there's a
go.
lot of real exciting beers that have been coming
Yeah.
out. lately.
I'm that typical IPA guy, usually Pilsner. I'm doing Eastern, Valley Life, any of the IPAs they put out. Any of
They're
the beers I
excellent.
like.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Yeah.
I've had beers that I never really would try. I try them here. I like them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn.
I'm the skills guy,
Yep,
basically.
skills pills,
Or
right.
a wake me, whatever, wake
Skills
up call.
pills.
Wake up,
Make sure you
yeah,
say
Yeah,
wake up
the,
call.
the coffee.
Skills pill, yeah, skills pills for you.
Yes.
Right. I'm an
Yep.
Eastern guy for sure,
Yeah.
but when the specialties come out, I'm all about that.
Oh, the
also.
Argyle, the good bad Argyle.
The Argyle was
That's for the
fantastic.
Bob's Bones,
Which
that's the
uh,
new
which
Imperial
Chelsea
Stout.
had. Yep.
The good
Fantastic
bad
beer.
Argyle
That's
is
a
like
nice stout.
great
the
stout.
commemorative beer for the anniversary, because the anniversary is coming up in like a week.
Yeah.
Like our 12th
It is.
anniversary.
12th anniversary. It is.
Which pre-pandemic, those parties have been fantastic.
Yeah, I
You know,
think
block
it's-
party, there's music, food. It's just a very positive vibe.
We'll get
you know?
back there, guys. We'll get back
We
there. I
will.
say this time next year, we'll be talking about the 13th birthday
Yep.
at our canceled podcast meeting.
Right.
or
With my X's
or
and
our
O's.
357th show.
Yeah. Right.
Of me having this straight. I'm
That's coming
I'm
back.
not going to relinquish this. I'm
Do
gonna
not
relinquish
get comfortable holding that.
And
'Cause
if somebody, I got a Phillips head right here if you need something.
Chelsea may get that actually. That may go
Yeah,
to
those are
Chelsea.
good
Yeah, I
picks.
think she very well may.
Yeah,
know.
she did a great job, by the way.
No
You
doubt
know.
about it.
But a big thanks to like Keith and Kara and
Absolutely,
Morgan,
Morgan, the whole
and
staff.
Juice, the whole crew
Yeah.
has been so great to us and giving us this space every Saturday.
Yep. Shout
Oh,
out
don't
to
forget about
shout,
Henry.
shout
Shout out
out
to
to
you guys.
Henry.
Henry, who's Henry?
Well, he's floating
Henry
around back there
obviously gets
somewhere.
that.
I think he
too.
cuts
Oh,
hair.
don't forget about
Does that what he does?
Yes.
Craft Services. Todd brought us this wonderful egg bake this morning.
Oh,
So-
fantastically homemade food,
And
fantastic.
the room full of fan out there.
Yeah,
made-
Yes,
made-
amazing.
I believe I see my
We
mother
can't-
all the way from Cleveland in the
Oh.
back there. Hi, Mom.
Hey.
Hey, Mom. We can't squeeze any more people in here. It's tight right now. You guys can't see because the cameras are this way, but oh my God, it's a full room
Yeah.
here.
So we
Yeah.
appreciate
They're just being
you guys
very
too.
quiet, so we
Yeah.
appreciate you guys
Yeah.
back there.
All right. For everybody at the Peekskill Mugs, we're out.
See
We're
you
out.
guys.
Peace out, guys.
Peace,
See you next
love,
week.
respect.
You're so full of it.
No one's getting this back, buddy.
Come on, man.
No, that's coming back, man.